Hello everyone, my name is BPerry. I am the CEO of BPerryFilms and Arts Educator Academy. This is the 50th episode of BPerryFilms podcast, and I'm coming here to you with a video talking about the truth of being a YouTuber and how YouTube works. So I've been in a digital marketing space for a couple of years now, and I have experience working for a cable station called Boston Neighborhood Network, where I studied how to create videos, whether it's segments, storyboarding, creating outlines, and all those good things. And a lot of my clients ask me for social media tips. I wanted to create this video because I wanted to show in a perspective from a small creator. I feel like we're always listening to big creators talking about be consistent, keep posting. You might have to have like an interesting thumbnail, great title, and all these things. And sometimes it's not even as relevant as they make it seem. And also we have to think about what time period that they grew their channel or started the channel. Because a lot of people who started during the pandemic, a lot of people were home and watching content, and there was nothing else to do but watch TV and be on YouTube. And I think TikTok started around that time as well. So this is advice from someone who started a YouTube channel after the pandemic and doesn't have all the resources that these creators have. Let's start with the interesting thing, the thumbnail. A lot of people think if you have like the most creative thumbnail, like showing you doing this, that, and all these extra things, dynamic background, you taking the wallpaper off and slapping it on a new background, making it seem like you're living this lifestyle, but when you actually watch the video, it looks like it's shot on a 1.3 megapixel camera. And that's no shade towards anyone, but it just shows you that people are using different graphic effects to make things pop. But at the end of the day, what's the most important thing that comes with the content is making sure that you're leaving away with a transformation. And that's what my channel specializes in. I try to make every video unique in its own right. I try to have guests that are experts in their field, whether it's in performing arts, art, it could be finance, it could be technology, it could be healthcare, it could be you just changing your mindset or something in the productivity realm. And I wanted to bring different elements of me being a person who got their master's degree and has their own business and show that there's different walks of life. And sometimes I feel like I am isolated, and I feel like I'm the only person of color in the educational field, and I'm doing everything on my own, and it's been very challenging. So I had to come up with strategies to help me keep that proper mindset and keep me humble and full. So I thought, why not teach courses on helping people find their own brand story, identify who you are first, and then focus on the content. Because if you're not self-aware of who you are and what your interests are, people are not going to be interested in you. People are coming to watch you, not just the guest, but you as a creator, because you want to keep people binge watching and growing along with you. Your first video will be your worst video. Your 10th video will be your worst video. Your 100th video will be your worst video. But the more that you keep practicing, repeat after repeat, and repetition, the more confident you'll become. I created a workbook called the YouTubers Create Workbook, and it walks you through the process of creating a channel, how to come up with a niche, how to layer your content, and how to shoot a great video and leave away with a giant impact. Like I said, impact is the most important thing. Don't create a title unless if you're going to provide that solution. People come to Google first to find an answer to something, but people come to YouTube to learn the process. So sometimes it is the viewer who's clicking on the video. Sometimes they set themselves up for failure. If you're not looking for processes or people that are going to educate you to get to that answer or show you the ropes of how you can better yourself, then there's no purpose of you being on the platform, and there's no reason why you should be subscribing to that person. You want to subscribe to someone who leaves you with something of value, something that you didn't know before, Like, say if you wanted to know about PEMDAS, who's going to walk you through all those different acronyms? Because you need to understand PEMDAS to succeed in math, technology, education. And that's the issue. I feel like a lot of people aren't spending a lot of time buying into resources. Like, it's great to put up these videos on YouTube, but I feel like people who subscribe to my subscriptions or either to my YouTube channel, they feel growth, and I get to talk to them in person, well, not always in person, but online via Zoom, and I get to build a relationship with them. And I think it's important for us to become humanized. I know sometimes I feel like I'm not the most relatable person, but I think that's what makes me unique. I connect better with people who maybe are perfectionists, people who are solo creators, solopreneurs, artistic backgrounds, and they understand the process of how to do things on their own. And sometimes they need that support, that oomph, someone that's very positive to show them that anything is possible. And I want to show a positive channel that doesn't have to be everything negative. Like, I just did a video on how to understand healthy hair. I got to work with American Diabetes Associations. I got to work with Grammarly, Thinkific, Metricool, and some other platforms that I'll be working with in the future. So starting on YouTube all over again was one of the hardest decisions for me to make. And that was because I felt like the channel wasn't growing, which it wasn't. YouTube kept taking away views and putting them back, and adding more views and taking away, then putting it back. The channel was basically broken. It was shadow banned and they didn't give me a reason. I tried emailing them, I tried using chat, no answer was, I didn't get a response back. And I even did a YouTube video about it. But the old channel is going away. So definitely subscribe to the BPerryFilms Experience, the channel that you're watching this video on. What I like about YouTube is that it gives you opportunities to grow. I was able to grow on LinkedIn by over 300 followers in just 1 year. Now I'm almost at 500 followers, and it's been a great resource for people to exchange information, connect with other creators, and showcase their creativity. It's been very warm feeling at times, and sometimes I felt down and felt like I was just beating on a dead horse. So like I said, it takes a lot of energy out of you. There are going to be days where you feel like a failure. There's going to be times where people don't like your content, people making you feel bad about yourself, but it's up to you to respond to it. Either respond in the comments or just deal with it on your own. You don't have to create a reaction video out to everything just to call people out. But I think by you creating more videos shows them that you have that power and reclaiming your power. To answer the question about niching versus layering, is that a niche is more focused as to what are you the master of. And then the layering would be the different components. So basically, let's use a finance video for example. You come to people saying that you are an expert as a consultant, you help people with money management. So what does that look like? You can layer it to financial tips. You can layer it into how I budget my finances in a week or a month. And then also, how do I invest in generational wealth? So there's different stages that people can go through. And you can make those different videos based off of that. And sometimes you can throw in a vlog, but sometimes I notice when you are too focused on just sit down videos and when you try to make a vlog, people just aren't interested or don't know enough about you. So try to humanize everything. Like I said in my workbook, the YouTubers create workbook, basically walks you through that whole process. And if you're interested in just that workbook and you feel like it's giving you a lot of assistance, you can also invest in my membership course called YouTubers Create, where I talk about digital marketing, not just solely on YouTube, but YouTube is the primary platform that businesses and brands are primarily using. Also, a tip that people can recognize is that you don't have to have the most fanciest gear. Like I said, you can use a ring light, You can use your phone, an iPad, get you some cheap software. You can start with iMovie, it's free. LumaFusion, which I use, and also Final Cut Pro if you have a Mac, Adobe Premiere if you have a PC, Adobe Rush. There's so many platforms that you can use, but I would start simple before investing $300-$500 a year on certain software. And always be cautious of, is it a subscription or is it a one-time payment? Make sure that that's clear in the fine print, because you want to know how involved that you need to be and see if it's worth your investment. If you're making long videos, yeah, go with the higher plan. But if you're making short videos like YouTube Shorts, I don't think it's worth investing $300 to $500 on top for a year. Like I said, the journey starts at your first video. And even before you get to your first video, you need a plan. Go through that brainstorming phase, understand who you are and the different layers of who is this person that I'm planning to represent. Am I gonna be this outgoing person? Am I gonna be an introvert? Because I'm an introvert. So doing this channel is very fulfilling, because I'm getting outside of my comfort zone and I'm challenging myself each time. And like I said, the videos get better and the more relaxed you feel. I've done a ton of webinar presentations from productivity, finance, mindset, digital marketing, film, so many different presentations, and there will be some coming up in the future. And vetting my guests, making sure that they're experts, and I do have that requirement of you have to have so many years of experience in this field, and I need to see your resume. And this podcast puts them to the test to see if they're really an expert or not, because they have to be able to go through the flow of the conversation, you know? And it's not like your traditional interview. It's more of, I have this information as well, so we're going to have a conversation about this, and we're going to provide feedback, and hopefully the audience gets engaged and likes this, shares this, and do all the things. So once you find that confidence within yourself, you need to take ownership and responsibility for your channel. Don't let what other people say about you affect how you grow and transform yourself. Don't let people overhype you and say that you're the best creator ever and stuff like that, because no one is the best. Not even Mr. Beast, and he has one of the largest channels, even PewDiePie, and I think he has over 250 million subscribers, which is impressive, but they're always challenging each other each day. Every video has to be better than the next. And they didn't always start posting every single day. They progress with time, and they have a whole team. Remember, when you're starting your YouTube channel, you're starting on your own. It takes time to master. You can hop on Fiverr. And keep in mind, I do have links to all these different platforms, so you can get a discount or a free trial using my link down in the description box. But like I said, it takes time. Also, you need to invest in gear such as a good laptop and also hard drives. I have a 4 terabyte one, and you're probably thinking, why do you need so much space? I do a lot of film projects, I film a lot of courses, I film these videos, and I don't feel like buying a hard drive every single year or every 2 years. This one will last me for at least 5 or 6 years, or even longer at the rate that I'm going. But it's always good to have a solid hard drive, so if you're on the go, you don't have access to the internet, you have that hard drive. And always get another one, and that could be a 2 terabyte, and that could be a Seagate one. Another place that you can save your information is Google Drive. Their plans start at $6 a month, and if you need more storage or if you have a team, you can keep building on there. Like I said, I have links to all these different resources that I'm recommending. They will be down in the description box. And also some promotional codes. Like I said, it just takes time. Trust your process. If you need help with anything, I'm always a resource. Reach out to me on Instagram or sign up for a coaching call, and I'll walk you through the process. YouTube is similar to any other platform. The only difference is that it's evergreen. Your old content might blow up years later and people will continue watching it, versus on TikTok. TikTok is a pretty fine platform that I've been growing on for the past 6 months, and I don't think people need to post as often as they need, as they claim that you need to. Some people post 3 times a day. I think you're burning yourself out. If you can post at least once or twice a week, that's enough. I'm trying to balance my long form content along with my short form content on YouTube, and that's taking time to master. People don't realize how long it takes to create a short. It's a lot of work because you're trying to make it impactful in short little bits because you only have 59 seconds. And after that, it's a long form video. But I think shorts have more reach, at least in my eyes. My relationship with YouTube, it's like pulling teeth. YouTube doesn't always suggest my videos, so I rely on you guys, the viewer, to subscribe to my channel and also showcase my work to other people. And I want to feel like I have a community of people that I can rely on because my content is only going to get better. I have 3 web series coming. You got the BPerryFilms podcast, where I have different guests. I have videos like this. I do vlogs here and there just to show you behind the scenes of what I do through my perspective of what I feel comfortable sharing. I have Grow SMMA, where I'm teaching you about how to grow on social media on different platforms through my lens. And people can sign up for my one-on-one coaching for that as well. And then you have Social Impact, where it's more gear focused as to starting a conversation. Not everyone needs a reaction to things, but I feel like when I talk about topics, it raises eyebrows and it opens opportunities for people to learn about different things. And I hope that everybody continues to grow. And if you don't know about monetization, there's 2 types of monetizations. There's the 500 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million shorts to get some monetization features. And then to join the YouTube Partner Program, you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, or 10 million views on YouTube Short last time I checked. But hopefully it'll decrease that because it's really hard getting all those views. But it's important for us to realize that things will be challenging throughout the process. There's so many creators that I watch and have seen them grow. I have seen their ups, I have seen them downs, I have seen them burn out and take some time out. But they always stay true to themselves. They were honest with themselves the whole time, saying that this is overwhelming for me. I need time to rest. I need time to think. And sometimes we need that mental reset. I feel like my life is very fast paced, and sometimes I don't even realize what day it is. And I'm just constantly creating and creating and creating. But I don't think people realize that sometimes I need a break too. But I just want to encourage you to definitely subscribe. I want you all to start a channel and be creative. I'll even share some links to different softwares that I use and certain products that I use. People who follow my newsletter already know I'm filled with a lot of wealth of information, and I try to make everything personalized to the individual. I know I can't relate to everyone, and not everyone can relate to me, but it's just a process. That's all I can say. YouTube is a journey. Somehow I'm gonna make my goal happen of getting 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours within 6 months, and I have 5.5 more months to get that goal. And it all starts with you. So if you trust this process and value me as a creator, I want you to subscribe. Follow me on YouTube at the BPerryFilms Experience. TikTok, Instagram at BPerryFilms. I'm also on LinkedIn. I'll put that link in the description box below as well. And thank you for all the love that I'm getting on Alignable. I got voted Local Small Business Person of the Year for downtown Boston of 2024. And it's been very humbling, and I appreciate all the people that recommended me, people that are writing testimonies of our conversations that we had, and I just love feeling inspired. So thank you for this. I'll probably make a part 2 to this video as well. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to write it in the description box below. And thank you.